Good morning, it's Tuesday and welcome to our second coronavirus assembly of the week. Why am I in the shower? Well, why not for a start, but really because today involves water and I thought this is a good place to do an assembly about water in a shower. There was once a man who went in search of wisdom. He believed that there was a wise man living at the edge of a forest, so he walked for days and nights in search of the home of the wise man. Eventually, noticing a house in the clearing, he finds energy where he didn't have it before, and he runs with all his strength, knocking on the door of the wise man. Are you the wise man that can teach me wisdom? The wise man ushered him in and told his young guest to sit. He said, if you want to become wise, then you must do as I say and not ask any questions. Before I can teach you wisdom, I need you to fetch me some water. So go to the well. Put your bucket in the well. Get me some water and bring it to me so I can have a drink. So the young man goes to the edge of this man's estate and goes to the well and puts the bucket in the well, bringing him back some water. But unlike the cup in my hand, the cup that he had a hole in it. So by the time he got back to the wise man, there was no water left in his cup. He wasn't allowed to say anything, wasn't allowed to ask questions, and he knew that he'd failed the task. So the wise man says, go back again and get me some water. Maybe you weren't quick enough. So the young man dips his cup in the water and sprints back as fast as he could to the wise man. But when he got back, there was no water in the cup. And the scene repeats itself several times. Each time the man runs quicker and quicker, thinking that if he would only run faster, he would be able to return to the wise man with water in the cup, even though the cup had a hole in it. He sits on the couch and he looks at the wise man and says, wise man, I promised you that I wouldn't ask questions, and if this means that I'll never be wise, and I accept that. But why did you give me a cup with a hole in it? What was the point? How was I ever supposed to get you water? I tried running as fast as my legs could take me, and I still was unable to return from the well to your house with the water in the cup that you asked for. The wise man smiles in that way that wise men do. And then he broke into a laughter. And he giggled. And he giggled for about 3 minutes, and eventually he said, what do you think I was asking for? The cup or the bucket that I gave you was dirty when I gave it to you. And now look at it. It's been washed out so many times it's perfectly clean. You wanted to become wise. Every experience in your life makes you wise. Sometimes the wisdom's obvious, like results in an exam. That's obvious. It gets posted on a piece of paper. Everyone can see it. You can demonstrate to others that you are wise because your result was high, and you can be proud. But there's different types of wisdom, and some wisdom isn't wisdom that can be examined. Some wisdom is the wisdom that you know yourself. And when you dabble in wise thoughts and when you try your hardest, you change. Like the cup was dirty and now it's clean. You've changed on the inside and you're now a different person. Don't be misled to think that wisdom is something that you can only find on exam certificates or comments in an exercise book or found in a classroom. Wisdom can be found everywhere. And the effects of wisdom are often ones that you cannot see. Don't be superficial. Don't be overly simplistic to think that only wisdom on the outside matters. Make choices in your life that are wise for you. And recognize that when you do that, very often the change is imperceptible. You can't see it. But you will be a changed person. And you will be wiser. And your life will be more enriched. And the future choices you will make even more sense to you because of the wisdom you have achieved. Have a very good day.